All right, good afternoon. Welcome to New York session. I hope you're all doing well. So, today is Wednesday, the 4th of February 2026. We are currently looking at the dollar index. Now, since yesterday, we've not done much. Price is now stuck in a small little consolidation, but I think we are going to experience a move which, based on the daily, it will be to the upside based on the structure that I'm seeing. So we have this fair value gap here, so let's get rid of this one for now because we've created another one over here. That is the current gap where I think price might retrace to and then expand up. In the next 2 minutes, we do have unemployment AP. It's called, let me find it, ADP, non-farm employment change, in the next 2 minutes. So maybe that can be used to send price down and then reject and go up. So we'll experience that within a few seconds, 90 seconds to go. On euro, what that one has done is we've taken out the previous day's high and then already rejected. So what I was actually looking for was for them to come down during the Asian session and then go and take out previous day's high. So I did map out this fair value gap here last night to see if London could have come in and then go up, but that didn't happen. So I'm gonna get rid of it and then see what the news will do in the next 40 seconds. And then yeah, it'll move from there. But British pound has also traded into that fair value gap, giving this 1 hour order block. So again, let's see. Maybe something will happen, maybe nothing will happen. But let's see in the next 10 seconds. Then we will continue with the analysis. For some reason my mouse is not working. Okay, it is working now. So it looks like nothing really happened, but it's rejecting. Maybe I want to go with trusting the sell, even though the dollar index did not take out the previous day's low, for the continuation to the downside to come and attack previous day's low here. Just for that, just for that today, because we've taken out the previous day's high. We actually dipped into that fair value gap over here. So in case it goes a little bit higher, then it will just be the dollar index taking out the previous day's low, this one here, and then potentially rejecting. Personally, I don't trust them. So I'm gonna go with what we did yesterday for continuation to the downside. Right, so if you did take out this trade yesterday, then stick with that, because that's the one that I believe they will continue going down. And he actually gave another entry this morning by trading up into that 1 hour fair value gap here and then rejecting. All right, so the 0.86098 level, and then the 0.5968 level. Those are the levels that I think you can focus on for downside objectives. Okay, because I like the way price spent a lot of time in here, and now we are expanding to the downside. And the fact that yesterday gave this up candle meant that we are not reversing anytime soon. So where I don't see dollar index giving in either a run above previous day's high or previous day's low, that makes it indecisive. Even though the consolidation is good, because after consolidation there's going to be expansion. So we will experience maybe a move, but we need to be patient. Okay, and you need to be patient as well, because yes, we've taken out the previous day's high. We could go down, but dollar index is kind of playing games, so they can manipulate it at any time. On top of that, tomorrow we have the big news, so probably they are holding on to price for tomorrow, because tomorrow is the rate announcement for both the euro and the British pound. Now looking at the let's look at the British pound first. Looking at the British pound, the number of the numbers, let me say the numbers. If you're familiar with the way they release the numbers, so currently it's 0.54. Now the 4, let me put it this way. The first number 0, okay, is how many members voted to increase the rate. The second is how many voters voted to decrease the rate. And the third is how many voters voted to hold the rate. So previously there was 0 to increase, 5 to decrease, and then 4 to hold. And that was what kept the the British pound 3.75. And currently the increase or what is being forecasted is that the increase is going to be 0, the decrease is going to be 2, and the holding is going to be 7. So it looks like probably they will hold the rate at the 3.75. So nothing major might happen, but holding it might probably cause price to increase because of the euro pound dropping. The euro pound is dropping, hence strength for the British pound. So even though they might hold, it might cause the euro pound to drop and then the British pound to go up. But again, this is just me and my little interpretation of what it means. I could be wrong. So just focus on the euro pound and then leave the British pound alone until after the rate announcement, and then dollar index tips its hand on what it wants to do. Then we can trade the euro and the British pound again. Okay. My mouse is playing that today. Okay. I think it's time to invest in a new mouse. Okay, let's move on to gold. So gold, I'm expecting a continuation to the upside. Yesterday was really nice. We actually closed bullish, and then today I'm expecting it to continue. This is just a pullback, and I'll be expecting a continuation to the upside. We've gone above this up candle over here, so that up candle can be an area of reaccumulation, and then we expand up again. I like the way we are rejecting. It looks like currently is trying to take out the previous H4 low. We've got 34 minutes before that candle closes, so the next H4 candle, I want to see a move to the upside like this. So on the 50 minutes we should see a break of market structure, which will prepare the next H4 candle to expand to the upside. Right, so I'll be expecting at least either the M15 or the H1 to give us like a close above a down candle. So we've got 33 minutes to go. Hopefully this candle will go all the way up and close above this, making this one a nice order block for a potential long. So if that one can do that, then the long, and in terms of targeting, I think Let me zoom into this area here. Okay, it's a 1 hour area, so let me drop down to 15 minutes and double check. There's really nothing, so the next possible area will be somewhere 5.2, let's say, roughly 5,002 area, if the 1 hour closes bullish. Okay, if the 1 hour closes bullish, then we can get a move to 5,002. Okay, so that is that. Let's see within the next 34 minutes if that 1 hour candle can close. Crude oil, I'm expecting that to also go up. I'm expecting today to also go up. This looks like the low of the week, hence today should expand to the upside. Draw on liquidity is currently previous week high, 66.48. In terms of entries, currently we are waiting for New York session in the next 28 or 30 minutes for similar to what I'm expecting on the gold market. An up down candle, then up candle close above it, then we look for the long. Yeah, yesterday I got my long in. I missed another one over here, so I'm waiting New York session. Now you can see the same function again, right? They've taken out the Asian session low, which they did yesterday, right? And then it looks like it's rejecting. It came to this nice proportion candle, order block, right? And then we are rejecting, so we should move up from here. We should move up from this level. Okay, so let's wait. In the next hour or so, we'll be expanding up. Then this. Yesterday I did show you something about the specific time of the day between 2:30 and 3, what usually happens, and it did it amazingly, which I'm gonna show you. So between 2:30 and 3, if you go to the 5-minute chart, this was the range high and the range low. So this is 2:30. And then 3 is right here, that candle. Right there, that candle. Okay, now that particular range, when they break down, or when they broke down, price came back to it and then went down, and it's coming. It looks like it's coming back to that same area again. Watch that same area, especially in here. Watching there, we might get a rejection from there to come back down. So watch that area, and you can look for that same thing today as well. Between that 2:30 and 3, mark that, just that box. So you can draw a box between 2:30 and 3, like that, on your 5 minutes chart. And then whatever range that is created, you want them to break one side. So for example, if the range is like this and then they break that box, pull back, buy to go up. If the range is like this and then they break to the downside, that box, pull back, sell, and then go down. Okay, experiment with it, because that's what I'm doing. This is just new fresh information from, I don't know, somewhere. This is fresh information from out of space, so I didn't know before. So I'm also testing it, and you can see it did play out nicely yesterday. I didn't actually take it, I just observed it to see if it actually do it, and it did it nicely. So watch today, take a lot of journal or observe a lot of them live, not back data. I mean, watch it live. It's just 30 minutes, and then after that 30 minutes it will tell you what to do. So if we break down, look for pullback. If we break up, look for pullback. Okay, all right, now moving on to dollar yen. We are still inside the breaker, so nothing yet, but I'm watching, I'm keeping an eye. Australian dollar, I'm keeping an eye for a move towards the 0.7942 level to attack the high. That is the goal. I would like to see it close today, leaving this. That would be beautiful, because then we have support, an area of support, that in case Thursday is to come down, we'll find support in here and then expand up. So I would like to see today close actually either same or go above previous day's high, preferably close above previous day's high. That'd be the best. Okay, but yeah, I'm monitoring it. Then let's move on to the cryptocurrencies. So with the cryptocurrencies, we finally went for we finally went for the 74,000 area. Okay, now that has completed the cycle. Now from here, anything is possible. Anything is possible, as in we could move back up, we can continue going down, but definitely because of structure still being bearish, we're gonna still continue looking for lower prices. Now this is where quote unquote, okay, this is where sometimes I can get it wrong, because when the cycle ends, like we're coming down to a specific level, right? When that cycle ends, anything can happen, which is a continuation or a reversal. Now since I'm always with the order flow, when the reversal happens, then I'll get it wrong, but then I'll just switch. So in case going with the flow now, okay, like looking for lower prices, if they reverse, then you switch. Okay, and it's possible where we are, because they've actually come down. Now based on the big picture, I don't think it's done. You can clearly see this low to this high. This is all an impulse, like one big move, and this looks like a correction, and the correction 50%, it's likely an ideal level for price to reach for. Hence, I'm gonna go with price continuing going down to the 50% level. So the next possible level is 70,699. That is where maybe a big shift, a big move to the upside can happen. So with price still being in the downside, I'll expect them to trade to 70,699, which is the midpoint of the big range that has happened between 2023 and 2025. That is one leg. So that will be a pullback before we continue going up again. So that will mean Ethereum will not definitely be going for this low. I don't think so, but we did take out the 2,119 level. Okay, the 2,119 level is gone, and yeah, they will probably accumulate in here. So don't be surprised to see Ethereum maybe shifting to the upside within the next 1 week. Okay, so I would like to see them come one more time down and attack this low again. So 2,119, that key level. I want to see them come back there again before any reversal happen. But definitely keep an eye on the Bitcoin market, because that will be the key influential. Because if they can get to that 70,699 on Bitcoin, Ethereum will drop, but then it will reject because Ethereum is in a bullish range. Moving on to Solana, you can clearly see that one too has completed its cycle. So again, it looks to me that very soon something will happen in terms of either pullback or reversal, who knows. But we have a nice consolidation here, distribution. So very soon, which I cannot put my hand on whether tomorrow, but this week or within the next 7 days, we will experience a potential reversal or a pullback. And when it's happening, go with the flow. So maybe it might happen overnight, maybe weekends. When it's happening, go with the flow. Okay, because we've actually completed a huge cycle. That was 2025 April to September. That big move, they've wiped all of it out completely. But it was actually a sell 4 months range, then another 4 months range, then another 4 months range, September to February, right? That's September to February, 4 months complete cycle, right? So maybe between now and the next 4 months, which is June, okay, another cycle might happen. Okay, so we are done with Solana for now. Next, I don't know what it's going to do next, but we'll figure it out when more information comes in. Okay, Ripple, no idea whether they'll come for this or not. We'll leave that one alone. Then Hype, I think we spoke about this yesterday, that they will reject that gap, and then probably with the Bitcoin potentially moving back down again, we still suspect that they might come back, maybe attack this low into this and then move up with Bitcoin. Okay, so it looks like it's lining up, so keep an eye below this low here. If we drop and we take out this low into this area, that would be a buying opportunity. Chachki, nothing is happening. It didn't drop too, so looks like what I'm anticipating might be true. Potential move back up to here and then to this candle's low is possible. And then finally the AI16Z, nothing really has happened. Yeah, nothing has happened. So when I see something happening, I will report to everyone. Okay, now back to this, and then you can clearly see nothing is really happening. Now do not fight the market. Do not try to be clever, trying to outsmart it. Don't push your luck too much on it. Stick with what I gave you. This one continue going down. Gold, if we close bullish on the 1 hour, and then crude oil, if we can give a 1 hour order block, then you look for the long. Apart from that, and then maybe ES, trading up in here for a sell, or mapping out the 230 to 3 that range. A small range there, map it out and then see what happens. Whatever happens, look for a trade towards the direction that it breaks out to. Okay, then leave British pound and euro alone for now. Tomorrow will be the big day. Then after tomorrow, price will give us something to do with it. All right, cool. So that is all I have for you for today. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you same time tomorrow for another live session. Until then, take care.